We got the hotfix, so let's see what we got in here. Destiny 2 hotfix 3.2.0.3. Free roam added an energy barrier to Scavenger's Den Lost Sector while on Legend or Master to prevent skipping most of the encounters. Okay. Empty Taint Lost Sector on Tangle Shore now rewards the correct exotic gear in line with other Lost Sector reward rotations. Cool. Raids. Vaulted Glass Armor mods now appear in the Collections tab. Sick. Fixed an issue where players could kill Atheon by tethering supplicants as they self-destructed.
Hey, yo.
There's just no way. Fixed an issue where players could kill Atheon in the future Venus portal before starting the encounter. Alright. I don't know how you would do that, but okay, cool. Fixed an issue where players could break Minotaur shields in the Gatekeeper encounter by using Prometheus Lens. Damn it, Bungie! It's official. Prometheus Lens is now garbage again. Fixed an issue where Aegis Relic blocking ability was not continuously blocking damage. Cool, cool. Gameplay and investment. Armor, Path of the Burning Steps no longer grants a stack of its buff on becoming slowed by stasis, only when becoming encased. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. I didn't know it was doing that, but sure. Okay, great. They fixed it. Star Eater Scales now correctly gives its damage bonus while the player is standing in Well of Radiance. The status icon for Feast of Light now correctly scales up to ×8, gaining 1 stack per orb pickup. Fixed an issue where when calculating super bonus damage, having 4 stacks will grant a 55% super damage bonus, or a bonus to super damage, and having full 8 stacks will grant 70% bonus to super damage. For context, the original formula at the start of the season was a 60 bonus at 4 stacks. So it just does more damage. They made it so it does more damage. Once you have it fully stacked, but it does a little bit less damage than it would if you only had 4. Hold on, so let me calculate something right quick. Calculator. Doo-doo-doo-doo. So if it's 55 at 4 and it goes up to 70, what is that? That's about 15 damage. 70 minus 55 is 15. Yeah, it is. And then divided by 4. So for every extra stack that you get past 4, the damage increases by 3.75. So at 5 stacks, it would be 58. At 6 stacks, it would be 2 plus 55. At 6 stacks, it would be 62.65, 2.5. And then scaling, so that's great. Good to know. So technically, they buffed this, they reworked it, so but you still get more damage. So, yeah. So you
I would still rather run Celestial though. Honestly, it's just a matter of consistency.
Yeah. No, I get you. But yeah, so if you weren't running Celestial, getting 6 stacks gives you more damage than what it originally would have given you anyway. But you still only get the overshield at max 8, which is great. Fix an issue where Roar of the Wyvern ornament for Whisper of the Worm exotic geometry would disappear when walking against walls. That's weird. Bounties and pursuits. Fix an issue where projectile melee kills weren't counting towards step 4 in the Iron-Handed Diplomacy quest. Alright. Fix an issue where capture completionist triumph will not properly unlock for some players. Alright, abilities, general. This is the general stasis. Tuning, reduced duration of all non-super freezes versus players to 1.35. Nope, this freeze is too short to break out of, so breaking out is now possible only when frozen by a super. Reduces special damage, special weapon and heavy damage and light ability bonus damage versus players from 50 to 5%. It's fine. Which means for regular stasis freezes, you don't really need any. You actually don't need resilience. The resilience only affects stasis supers now, which is fine. Stasis slow. Now my dog's going crazy. No longer reduces weapon accuracy. Now increases weapon flinch when under fire. Perfect. No longer suppresses class abilities and air moves, e.g. Icarus Dash. So Top Tree Dawn just got a buff. Stormcaller Ionic Blink is still suppressed when slowed, and they're going to fix that later. Remove the movement penalty. Reduce the movement penalty, or the move speed penalty when slowed by 20%. We should test that out when we get a chance. Whisper of Hedron's Fragment no longer increases weapon damage on freeze, now increases weapon stability, weapon aim assist, mobility, resilience, and recovery after freezing. We'll have to see if that actually is going to matter. Whisper of Rhyme no longer provides overshield on the super. Totally fine with that. Cold Snap Grenade got nerfed. Seeker no longer tracks targets after initial target acquisition. Increase arming duration from point 0.3 to 0.8. Reduce detonation radius versus players from 3 to 0.5. Now bounces off walls and detonates on the ground. I wonder if it makes it so that as soon as it hits a wall, it hits the ground and detonates, or if it will start tracking if it hits the wall. It'll hit the wall, hit the ground, and then start tracking. I will have to test that in a minute. Titan Behemoth, Shiver Strike, reduce flight speed and distance, reduce knockback versus players. So this means you shouldn't get wall splatted as often by the Behemoth Titan, which is fine. Reduce slow detonation on player impact. Cryoclism now reduces Titan. Now requires Titan to sprint for 1.25 seconds before activating when not in super. Remove cooldown. That's fine. Howl of the Storm, reduce angle of initial freezing / damage cone, reduce stasis creation freezing radius, slow down the sequence of crystal formation to allow victims more opportunity to escape. Now spawns a small crystal on walls if performed into walls. Glacial Quake, reduce heavy slam vertical freeze versus players. We'll have to see. Hopefully it's half, but we don't know. Reduce damage resistance by 50% to 47%. Excellent. Hunter Revenant. They're both pretty stupid, but you see more Revenant Hunters, and it's frustrating more. 36%, by the way. 36% of Hunter subclasses in trials. Withering Blade, reduce slow duration versus players from 2.5 to 1.5, and with Whisper of Durance, it only goes up by 0.5, so it's a 2-second slow. Reduce damage versus players from 65 to 45, and if it bounces, it's reduced further to 30. Reduce projectile speed by 10. Reduce tracking after bouncing off a wall. I think it's only after one wall bounce, and it maintains the same tracking after, even if it bounces off a second wall. Because I'm pretty sure it's 3 bounces. Goes 1, hits the wall, it can bounce again, and then it stops on the third thing it hits. Winter Shroud, slow duration, similar to Withering Blade, goes to 1.5. Durance only increases by 0.5. Because, yeah, you only have a 2-second slow on your Hunter dodge, which is stupid that the dodge gets a slow. But, whatever, dude. Touch of Winter, Cold Snap no longer has increased movement speed or travel distance. Cold Snap Seeker now spawns small stasis crystals on detonation. Penumbra Blast for Warlock Shadebinder. Reduced the tracking proximity detonation versus players. It was already hard as hell to hit, but whatever. Okay. Reduce the freezing radius while impacting the environment from 2.7 meters to 1.5. So that's a reduction by 1.2. That's actually gonna make a big difference. But if you're just aiming at people's feet, like if you can line up the shot and you just aim at people's feet, it just still hit them for the most part. So it's gonna matter, but not matter as much depending on how you play Stasis Warlock. Ice Flare Bolts. Seekers now only chain once the player Seekers now only chains once when players from what the fuck? Why is my brain not working? Seekers, let me give this a third attempt. Third time. Seekers now only chains once when spawned from a player's shatter or player shatter. I don't know why my brain couldn't compute what this line was saying. Alright. So when is Wrath freezes projectiles tracking strength now ramps down to 0 after 2 seconds of flight. Cool. Alright, and then we have last things last is rewards. Season rewards sources, including locked override chests and weekly vendor challenges, now correctly contain seasonal class armor items and have been updated to reduce the frequency of getting duplicate items in succession. Iron Banner machine gun and shotgun now drop from the Iron Banner Engram. Voltaglass Director Tooltip will retain its pinnacle drop notification for classes that have not yet cleared it each week, as drops will still be available. Voltaglass Secret Chest now properly dropping Titan and Warlock armor. Voltaglass vendor purchase of Templar package no longer occasionally grants incorrect weapons or armor. Voltaglass vendor purchase of the Templar package no longer locks itself out due to incorrectly detecting if the player has obtained all of its possible results for the current character class. Voltaglass vendor purchase of Conflux, Gatekeeper, and Atheon packages now correctly grant armor when such a result is rolled instead of nothing. I didn't even know that was a thing. Oh,
Yeah.
damn you, they nerfed Prometheus Lens. Damn it, Bungie.
Man,
Damn
you
it.
had something good going.
You had something good going. We didn't even have to do the encounter. Alright, very cool.